Hello, everyone. Wanted to stop by. Welcome back to my channel, by the way. Wanted to stop by. I caught a fleeting bit of sunshine in the gloomy downpours that we've been having in Colorado, and thought I'd take advantage of that. I'm doing this video on Memorial Day, which is, of course, a very heavy day for me. And I'm sure it's a very heavy day for a lot of people out there. We've all lost ones that we hold dear to us. And, one of the things that I was actually talking about with my daughter today was grief is not trajectory. It hits all of us at different times. It hits us all in different ways. And the thing about, like, I was my daughters actually just lost their great-grandfather, who was a wonderful man, and I'm, for one, going to miss him. He was usually very cheerful and practical. At the same time, he was, stern but never gruff, and he loved my daughters very, very much. He loved all of his kids very, very much. And, I think he tolerated me for the most part. But, he was a very sweet and honorable man. So, we found out about this, actually the night that I did the archery video. And my daughter came to me and said, I think it's finally hitting, which is understandable, with everything that this family has been through. Sometimes we need a little bit of time to process, and it doesn't quite, the magnitude of what has transpired doesn't quite hit us right away, because, and it's not meant to, like I said, everybody processes at their own rate. So, but one of the things that I told her was, today especially, there are a lot of people around her, a lot of energies around her. And one of the things that I know I'm going to try to do today is try to let those energies help guide me and lift me up in their memory, instead of being heavy. So, one of the ways that I found doing that was, I wanted to do a reading today. I was actually feeling very inspired to, so and that could be one of many people that are around me today, or one of many energies that are around me today. So let's see what we've got in store. Cornucopia. Yeah. A lot of abundance. I've been hearing that a lot lately, is that there's going to be a lot of abundance. Not just coming in, but there's a lot of abundance around you right now. Just looking around at all of the wonderful things in this world, one of the things that I always try to remind people is find inspiration wherever you can. I mean, certain smells there's like the shower. I mean, that's one of the places that I love the smells that we've got in there. Just the different shampoos, the different, soaps and things like that. Taking a deep breath of it in while you're in the shower. It feels so, what's the word that I'm looking for? Enlightening, and it just gives you that deep sense of clean. My son had given me a spell a long time ago, and it was thanking the water for washing away, thanking the fire that heats the water, thanking the ground that stores the water, and thanking the air for filling my lungs with such an aromatic enlightenment. So, I mean, yes, there are going to be great things coming into your life very soon. I can see that. But don't forget to be grateful. Ground yourself in gratefulness, like Brené Brown says. Remember the things that are already around you that are absolutely beautiful and very inspiring. Angel of Strength reversed. I can see that, especially today. I mean, there are many, many times that I've crumbled. My poem, The War, is full of those times when sometimes you just have to break down and you just have to surrender, to the emotions, to the, the feelings. Just don't get lost in them. Try not to. Just because your strength is faltering doesn't mean that somebody else's is. So, I mean, reach out to people when you get to that point. Try, just let people know, and you'd be surprised at how many people will show up for you, because you are loved, you are wanted. Just make sure that you, don't just do the, self-affirmations, but, find the people that are your support, that are your community. I've said it many a time before, and I'll keep saying it. It takes a village. It takes a village to do anything. It takes a village to learn and grow and, just achieve anything. I know I wouldn't be here right now if it weren't for my village, my people, and I thank you all very, very much, because I know you're watching this, and your support has been incredible, and I really, really do appreciate it. The Magician in the Mirror reversed. Not quite sure about this one, so let me see. Let me look it up. As I said, it's not, asking for help is not a weakness. Having to look things up is not a weakness. It helps a lot. Reversed, the Magician in the Mirror reversed is warning you that you may be missing a great opportunity. The time is right, but you're not taking advantage of the creative energy of this cycle. You do have the power to transform things for yourself, to create something new, whether a home, business, family, or life direction. You may be resistant to or even disbelieving of the unlimited power you possess, but it's time to wake up. This misinformation and perceived limitations that linger from the past can no longer sustain you. Your life is the mirror that reflects your inner energy, yet you have the ability to change what you see. You must fully open up to the complete truth of your eternal wisdom, talents, and abilities, and take the risk of believing in yourself. Now is the time to dig deep. Find the confidence and courage within to make the most of this opportune cycle. You have all the resources you need, and the unlimited force of the universe is at your disposal. It's waiting for you to recognize and ignite the phenomenal powers that are eternally yours. So yeah. And I think, these two are actually very much, very much intertwined. Actually, all of the cards are very much intertwined. Imagine that. But no, I mean, that's just it. I mean, realizing the things around you and the ability that you have, a lot of times I would say that, sometimes you have to break in order to rebuild yourself stronger. Maybe in those moments of weakness is when you find out how powerful the energies around you really are. By asking for the help and not, not trying to take everything on yourself. You will actually be presented with wonderful opportunities, that you never would have known that you had until you reached out, until you sought the happiness and stuff like that. And I know, energies lately have been extremely heavy. So it's been, at least for me, it's been harder and harder to find that inspiration. But it is there. I promise you that it is there. We've got so many things around us that are just absolutely gorgeous and just wonderful. So please, reach out. Find the inspiration wherever you can, in whomever you can. You'd be surprised that sometimes even just opening up to a stranger, how much wisdom they have. It's amazing. I love doing it. I'm very much, one of those comfort of strangers types of people. And that's when you'll find your victory. And that's exactly it. This is what's going to finally break you out of your shell. This is what's going to finally inspire you. And victory will be very close at hand. I set at 1333 on my counter. So, yeah. No, that's one of the things is, vulnerability is a strength. Being vulnerable is what gives you courage. Blossoming abundance. Isn't that funny? The cornucopia and everything, this lack of strength and, facing the fears, that's just it. The opportunity that you could be missing out on is, because you feel like you take on everything yourself. And I'm guilty of the same thing, I feel like, especially on days like today, I feel very alone, After losing Greg, Russell, Dusty, and Taz, I felt very, very alone. You know, I am grateful that my ex was there, and we got through it together. And I think that was very hard for him to do as well, because, you know, he's very much a hermit, very much a loner and such. But and so taking on a force of nature like me, I mean, probably helped and hurt him at the same time. But it's one of those things that when I remember all of the wonderful things that we went through together, you know, I miss him too. But that's just it. It was one of those that, you know, I learned to reach out. I learned that vulnerability can actually be a strength. And, you know, here I am sharing it with you. And so I really appreciate you being here. I hope you have a beautiful day. You know, I'm probably going to cry quite a few times today, expecting it. Like I said, I'm not afraid of my tears. I cry them freely, and it's one of those that I cry because I miss them so much. Remember the ones that you've lost today especially, and hold them close to your heart, and remember the beautiful memories that you had together, and let those uplift you today. I'm wishing you the best. Remember to take some time to care for yourself, because you do deserve it. Thank you.